Hello and welcome to this drive from Svolvær in the Lofoten Islands all the way to Harstad. My name is Emma, I am the creator of thehiddennorth.com, and today I will give you a tour of just to show you what the drive looks like if you were to come to the Lofoten Islands yourself. So we begin in Svolva, which is in the center of the Lofoten Islands. I do recommend checking out my YouTube channel because the previous day we had driven from Å to Svolvaer, which is the majority of the Lofoten Tourist Road. And yes, the video yesterday was a lot sunnier than the video today. But that's okay because at least you get to see a little bit of reality. Because when you come to Norway, the weather is typically going to look like this. So we begin the drive at Kiwi Supermarket and we're going to make our way all the way to Harstad, which is a large city in northern Norway. Throughout this drive, I will be giving you some historical facts, some cultural facts, a little bit about everyday life, and I'll also be providing some tips and tricks for where you can stop yourself. This video goes for about 49 minutes, and throughout the video you'll get to hear some nice music, but I'll also be coming in every now and again to give you some audio information so you don't have to read everything. So now we're making our way into Svolvær town centre, and you're going to see this town start to emerge. You can see it is a little foggy though. So we are basically following the E10, which is the European Highway 10. This is the main highway that goes through Lofoten all the way towards Narvik. And yes, Svolva is completely covered in fog. So let me let you enjoy the drive for a minute and I'll come back later with some more information. hello again from the Lofoten Islands. We have just crossed over into Harstad municipality. I hope you're enjoying the drive so far. So this is now no longer Lofoten. This is now the traditional Vesterålen region, which is an archipelago. And here this whole municipality is on 4 different islands. It is an important hub for the fishing industry, and due to its proximity to Lofoten, it's always been an important trading place as well. The word Harstad, it comes from an Old Norse word that means mainsail, and that it describes how the municipality can look. You would have noticed the municipality has 4 yellow rings, which represents the 4 main islands the municipality is sitting on. We are now about to cross over onto the island Hinnøya. Hinnøya is the largest island in mainland Norway, so excluding the Svolvær region. It's also where Harstad is located. The island has several fjords, and it is typically seen with its very mountainous and rugged terrain. There are also different lakes and valleys, and the tree line here is about 400 meters or 1,200 feet high.
We are now crossing over into our next municipality, which is Lødingen municipality, and making our way towards Harstad. So this municipality is in the southwest part of the island Hinnøya, and it's part of a traditional district called Ufoten, different from Lofoten. I know it can be a little bit confusing. While it is technically not part of Vesterålen, it does participate in councils with the municipalities in Vesterålen. So the most important place here historically is Hjørtholmen, which is a farm and meeting place for residents and visitors. It was built in 1860 and it also had a lighthouse. Today it's very common for schools, kindergartens and people to visit. They have a little cafe and site that you can wander around if you choose to do so. Another important site is the Harstad Gård, or farm, which was a large Viking farm about 1,000 years ago. There is a museum that talks about its agricultural history, but there's also a cultural path that follows the Iron Age settlement. The main church is built on the site of the first church, which was built in the 13th century. So this area is known as Biketown because it has a lot of bike races, and the Lødingen Cycling Club is Norway's largest cycling club in terms of people who are members. There is also the Lofoten Insomnia race, which begins in År, which we began yesterday's drive in, and ends in Lødingen. Another important event here is the Seafood Festival with concerts and an excellent selection of seafood. Sailboats from all over the country visit the festival, which takes place in the early summer. Soon we'll be crossing into a different county, which is Troms County.
We are now crossing over into a separate county, which is called Troms. I should say that in 2020 it was merged with Finnmark to become the Troms and Finnmark County. But as of this week, at time of recording, today is the 26th of February, 2022, it has been announced that the two counties were once split. So I'm really glad I'm just going to provide information about Troms. So we're in Troms County. This area has been settled since the Stone Age, and one of the first ethnic groups to settle in this area were the Sami people. There is evidence that shows a Norse-based culture existed here in the late Roman Iron Age. The Norse settled along the coast and some of the larger fjords, while the Sami lived in the fjord areas and inland. The southern part of Troms was a petty kingdom in the Viking Age. Trondines, which is today's Harstad, was an important Viking power centre and gathering place. We will be ending today's drive at Trondines Church. Troms takes its name from the island Tromsøya, where the city Tromsø is located. We will not see Tromsø today. The area is in the northern part of the Scandinavian peninsula, and due to its low population and distance from high-density European cities, it is one of the least polluted areas in Europe. So we are now about 70 degrees north, so we have cool, short summers but mild winters thanks to the Gulf Stream. The midnight sun comes here between May and July, whereas the polar night happens between November and January. Exact dates vary depending on which place you are in. Outside of the big cities, fishing remains an important industry, and there are several important fishing ports throughout the county. Tromsø is the commercial centre for the northern part of the county, while Harstad is the centre for the southern part of the county. And now we have crossed over into Kvæfjord Municipality. Kvæfjord Municipality. So this area is in the traditional region of central Hålogaland, with the main village being called Borkenes. The municipality is known for agriculture and farming, with the quality of strawberries particularly famous from this area. The long hours of daylight and the low summer temperatures are great for strawberries, making them more tasteful than berries grown in the warmer climates. Potatoes are also particularly well known from this region, and the fjords are known for their good herring. Chicken farming for egg production and pig farming is also important for Kvæfjord Municipality. Kvæfjord is a historic region, and burial mounds and items found during excavations indicate that there have been settlements here since the Iron Age. One of the oldest farms, Vebostad, has traces from 300 BC. Many of the names in the area have Iron Age and Viking Age origin. For example, Vebostad has Ver in it, which is an old Viking term. Sami people have lived here for a very long time, but the historical information about them is scattered. It is known that the Sami lived along the fjords, particularly the Østerfjord, as well as the inland areas. In the Storfjord area, there are traces of Sami settlement from the 17th to 19th centuries. Kvæfjord is also known around Norway for having the Kvæfjord cake, which was voted the Norwegian national cake. next municipality today is Tjeldsund. Tjeldsund municipality. Yeah, try saying that. Tjeldsund municipality. It is part of the Lofoten traditional district as well as the central Hålogaland district. The main village is Evenskjer. The main education and training centre for Norway's firemen is located in this municipality, as well as a naval base. There is also some small industry, including farming, fishing, banking, and transport. We have now arrived in the village of Sandtorg. So Sandtorg is our next little stop. We're just going to drive straight on through it. It has a population of around 300 people. It is an old settlement though. There has been a trading post here since the 13th century. Sandtorg grew in importance in the 18th century when pilot services were added for foreign and local ships. The trading post lasted until 1945, when the Norwegian Army's communication services took over operations after the German occupation. The Army returned the post to civilian use in the 1990s, and today the trading post still stands with a hotel and restaurant. We will shortly see it on our right-hand side. So you can just see it now. It's sort of like on the Holmen, or what we call an islet. It's just over there to the right-hand side. In 2014, 3 coins from the Middle Ages and 2 pieces of silver dating back to the Viking times were found here. The 2 coins were minted under Eirik Magnusson and date back to between 1285 and 1290. You can spend the night at the hotel. It is built on the site that used to be the trading post. The original site was a little bit further north, so the site that it is today is from the 19th century. Prices start at around 1,200 Norwegian kroners for the night. here we are at our final destination, which is Harstad, though we are going to make our way all the way to Trondines Church. So Harstad is the second most populated city in Troms after Tromsø. It has a population of around 25,000. The oldest part of the area is Trondines, which is mentioned in the King's sagas and was a known power centre during the Viking Age. And that's where we're going, of course. Harstad didn't really grow until the 19th and 20th centuries, when it emerged as an important trading place with a large harbour for ships. The city experienced rapid expansion with the introduction of steamships. If you go to my website, thehiddennorth.com, I have a special page all about Harstad's history, everyday life, as well as what you can do if you're visiting the area. So let's head through the city now as we make our way towards Trondines Church. We are now arriving at our final destination for today's video, which is Trondines Church. So this church, it is the northernmost medieval stone in Norway, and it is also the world's northernmost surviving medieval building. There it is on the right. The church was built in 1436 and seats around 300 people. The first church on the site is from the 11th century and was likely a stave church. The church is open in the summer as a museum, and if you want to visit, you can learn all about it on thehiddennorth.com. This is where we end the tour. I hope you have enjoyed the drive all the way from Svolva in the Lofoten Islands to Harstad. And I hope to one day see you in this part of the world. Be sure to check out the next video where we drive on the Untitled Tourist Road. Just visit our YouTube channel for more information. You can find all relevant links for this tour in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.